Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for coming to Opinionated Dads. I'm Taylor.
I'm Dre.
Uh, we're excited to be back. We took last week off,
Yeah,
just life. But we're
absolutely.
excited to do this. This is fun to us. This is what we do
Uh-huh.
all day.
Oh yeah.
So this is fun to us. I ain't gonna waste no
NBA.
time unless you guys, huh?
Yeah, let's jump into it. NBA.
Unless you okay. What we're gonna do today, everybody, is we're gonna rank our top five NBA players of all time. Everybody talks about this everywhere they go. You go to a barbershop, you go to a party. This is a topic, and not every no another person has the same opinion as you usually. But and
And
before
nobody
people jump,
wrong.
everybody's
Nobody
got a
wrong.
case.
Right.
Everybody's got a case. So we're just going to do our cases in front of each other and let y'all comment on
Yeah.
it. Now before any of y'all tell me you ain't seen these old people play and stuff, YouTube got everything. There's not much film you can't find. There's documentaries on everybody out there. So don't tell me I haven't seen it because I've seen it. I've seen enough where I feel like I can give my opinion. Would you agree with that? I mean,
To a degree. To a
to a
degree. To a
degree. So
degree.
you,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen
Yeah.
Wilt and
Right.
all them, so I can't
Right.
speak on
Yeah.
much of
Yeah.
that. But what
Right.
I do know, and numbers don't lie, I'm a numbers guy, so I got the numbers to prove it.
To a degree, numbers a lot. We talked about
Numbers never lie. Numbers never lie.
numbers a
That's
lot.
one thing that you can't change is a number. So we'll get to that. You want to go first to me, or you want to go back and forth?
Oh yeah. Let's just go back and forth.
Okay,
But see, I don't got mine ranked though. Like I just got my
I got
five.
mine ranked. I
So
got
okay.
okay. I'm fine. We ain't got to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I ain't
See.
got to rank
Yeah.
them. We could do that. I would say this. My five. I had two people because I couldn't decide.
Right.
But sitting here thinking about it, I think I decided one. It's hard though.
Okay.
Um,
See, I
what you
consider
got?
this like a Mount Rushmore fight.
Okay. No, I,
That's
I
how
can't.
that's
Okay.
how I view it.
Long as my boys there, we're good. Long as my boys there, we're good. Let's what
Boys,
what what's okay? Who's the first person you put up there?
of course, we're gonna agree with MJ.
Everybody agrees with that.
We're
That's
gonna we're
that's
gonna agree with
number two. Number two best player all time. Number
it.
two
Now
best player all time.
that's
We can
I'm
debate that.
I'm never gonna agree to that.
We can debate that. Number two.
Just the fact that we can debate a 14-year career to a 20-year career is amazing in my
I
book.
mean, I mean, I
But
mean, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
He did
uh,
quit. He did
uh,
quit.
yeah.
But
Nah, life
I
hit him.
mean,
Life hit him.
did life fit him or did
Yeah, his
20
father
points per
passed.
game?
His father passed.
Okay, but what's the guy?
A
So his
bit.
father passed,
He went and chased his father's dream for him, which was baseball. See, come on now.
and
Before
he
you
won't good
speak,
at it.
you
He won't
must
good
know,
at it.
but you got to know the whole story.
He won't. But he won't. I know that. He won't good at baseball. He was
Right?
not.
He
I
he
mean, he was
tried
better
it.
than your average Joe,
He
sure.
tried it. He tried it.
But
But
okay,
how
well,
many necessarily cross over and are actually good?
I agree with that. I agree with that. But
Mm.
okay, but this not act like he didn't come back to basketball and try again
What you mean?
with the Wizards.
Well, let's talk about when he first came back.
With the first game, cool, cool.
With
He
the
was still
45.
cool.
That's the first comeback we count.
Yeah, I. You don't make me look like an MJ hater. I'm not. I'm
It's gonna
saying
come
you
across.
said
What?
you already
What?
put my boy. Look, you
What?
already put my boy in the light
What?
by saying a
What?
20-year career
Yeah.
to
Well,
a
okay.
14-year career.
It,
Okay,
it, that's
let's not
big.
forget the
That's
last
big.
2 years of that 14-year career
Uh
were.
huh. They're on a bad team. Starting to look like him now, though. On a
Yo,
trash team.
LeBron been on many bad teams and he still showed out. That
Let's
ain't got
not
nothing to do with it.
let's not compare a guy that played in the 80s and 90s body to a guy that played into the 2000s body. With the technology and all that stuff now,
That
that
ain't got
don't,
me. They
it does a
see,
lot.
we already getting off a
It does a
bad
lot.
foot.
Yeah,
We
but
are getting off bad. Y'all act
MJ,
like older
MJ,
people. Older people act like they were out there throwing elbows and have boxing gloves on during basketball. No, that actually you can argue that won't really basketball. And today is real more skilled basketball.
but
Agree?
it was damn near part of the
Just
game
just
though.
because just because back in the
But
day they roughed them up and put dudes in arm chokeholds, and that's real basketball. That won't the sport. That's wrestling.
the
That
fact
ain't
that
got nothing
he's
to do with it.
no, but see, I'm not saying that that counts or that matters,
Okay.
but just the
Okay.
fact that his body took all that durability and still was able to still continue to play till he was
Sure.
38.
I can't
That's amazing.
disagree with that.
That's
Sure. It was
amazing.
also easier to score back in the day because of the paint rule.
Yeah, but so you don't think it's easier to score now that you can't even touch a player at all?
Back in the day, the paint rule. I know you know about it.
Ain't no hand
I
checking
mean,
now.
you basically get a free layup.
There's no hand checking now at all. You can't hand check. You can hand check back in the day.
Fair point. Fair point.
Hand check
Fair
now, you
point.
going straight to the
Fair
free
point.
throw line.
Fair point. You can look at it either way. There's
Yeah,
pros and cons either way. We
absolutely.
ain't even get through the five yet. We already
Yeah,
arguing.
that's
Let me get
five.
to my five,
I
man.
got MJ. You got MJ?
MJ's in there, of
Uh,
course. MJ's in there.
should be.
Okay. Well, let me shoot this in the dark. This is a number four guy for me.
Hmm.
You got Magic in there.
I don't. I don't. But
Ooh,
but I,
why
but
no Magic?
first talk to me about Magic. But I do have a point guard in mind, but it's not Magic.
That's fine. That's fine. I just think Magic really created the standard for point guards, which is arguably the most skilled position in basketball. Would you agree with that? I mean,
Absolutely.
and he created the standard for that, in my opinion.
Hmm. I
Being he
feel like
was usually point guards were short guys that could pass. He was what 6'7", 6'8", 6'6", playing that position, rebounding. I mean, point guards didn't rebound like that. He was the
hmm
first one to rebound. He was the first one to drive in the paint and make contact, hit layups, and
right,
while getting assists. I mean,
right.
he's
Yeah.
top assist.
He,
So I mean,
he was a big
defense.
guy.
I think he was all first team defense twice. No, he was this steal leader twice. Is what it
Okay.
was. I mean,
Right.
that's a case.
Yeah,
No.
my point guard was won twice steals, was a steal leader twice too.
Okay, who's that?
We're gonna talk about it. 'Cause let's just keep talking about
I
your
gave you
point.
mine.
Okay,
I mean, that's what I got.
I ain't ready. I want to do the controversy a little later. So I'll let you do
Okay.
your magic. Magic, cool.
Okay, Magic.
Okay, my next one, I'm gonna just say, do you have Kobe in your top five?
No.
Okay,
Absolutely not.
okay. Well,
Absolutely not.
I have,
You gotta
I
have
have.
an X button. You gotta have an X button on your controller to be in my top five. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. You gotta
You
have a
wouldn't.
pass button. I
Who do you
can't
play
do
the
it.
game with and don't use
I
the
got
X button with though? You,
everybody.
but you want
I
to start.
share the love. When I play 2K, I share the love.
But you want that star on your team also to use that
I
X
want
button. No.
somebody to make the right decision every time and win the win. I don't want a guy that shoots 44% for his career. I'm just saying that we can
That's
get
not
that
bad.
later. We can
That's
get
not
that.
bad. 44 and
All
you
my
average
top five shoot over 50.
average 4.7 assists. I'll take it. I'll
All
take it.
my top five shoot over 50. Don't talk about his assists because his assist turnover ratio was 1.7. That ain't
But
good.
I'll
That
take
means
the
for every
4.7.
1.7 assists he got a turnover.
I'll
That ain't
take
that
it.
good.
I'll take it.
And for a guard,
I'll take it. Got
I,
Black Mamba.
I don't know why you
Get
taking that. I
Black
don't know
Mamba.
why you taking that.
Black Mama's on my list.
Okay,
18-time All Star.
okay. Well, let me
18
ask you
time.
this: most missed shots
Hold
of all
on.
time
But
means
okay.
nothing to you.
What about 12-time all-time defensive team? Does that
That's
mean
good.
anything to you?
That's really good.
Okay.
That's really good.
So with Kobe Bryant, let's take a good with the bad with Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Kobe took
hear me
shots.
out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Most missed shots of all time.
Hmm.
You know how many players been in the NBA?
A
A lot.
lot. A
A whole
lot.
lot.
How, how many
You are number one in that number one in that category.
how many spend 20 years of their career with one team?
Not many. Not many.
Right.
Not many.
I,
Not many.
I,
That's a good argument if he's shooting a good percentage. 44.
I'll take 44,
Eh,
man. I'll take
it's
44.
that's good. I mean, I'd be
Kobe
proud
shot.
of it, but
Kobe
you
shot
got
mid
other
range.
players.
Right.
Yeah, but you got other players.
Yeah,
All my top five shoot over 50.
Kobe
All
even
of them.
played second fiddle to people. You know what I mean? When Kobe,
Thank you for that point.
he did.
Because most of mine, especially, I know you got Kobe with LeBron, don't you? Let's just go straight to it. You
In
got
career,
Kobe over
overall
LeBron.
career, I do. Overall career,
Okay,
I do.
how you got a guy that was not always the best player on his team
Hmm.
over somebody that was the best player on his team for every team he's played for? How does
But
that make sense?
what did that get him being the greatest player on his
But
team?
how does that make sense?
What did it get him
How are
though?
you how are you top
It,
five if for three of your rings you want the best player on your team? How does that make sense?
he wasn't always the player that mattered the most on all other teams he won championships on.
Who?
LeBron James.
No, ain't no way you just said
No,
that.
see,
Ain't no way you just
I
said that.
did. Let's not take credit away from Kyrie Irving.
But see, I can credit somebody and not discredit somebody else. I ain't discrediting Kyrie.
That's discrediting him to me in a sense.
So whoa.
Without
So you
Kyrie
mean
on
to
that
tell me?
team, period. Without Kyrie on that team, it doesn't happen. Did you not
I
see
mean,
game? Did you not
yeah,
see game
okay.
seven?
I know. I agree with that. I agree with that. Boom. I agree with
Mm-hmm.
that. I'm not trying to discredit Kyrie. I'm saying my top five. You can't be in my top five and
Mm-hmm.
not be the best player on your team for 3 of your rings you won. That makes no sense to me. No sense.
But the guy that you have, I have
Hmm.
that guy on my list also.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal. I have Shaquille O'Neal in my top five
Um,
because I've seen Shaquille O'Neal.
I I saw
I can
older Shaquille.
imagine what Shaquille O'Neal would have done
I saw older Shaquille live, but there's plenty of film out on Shaquille Young, Orlando
Mhm.
Shaquille, all that. Now I didn't.
Absolutely.
Now not all 82 games every season's up there. No, but I've seen enough. I'm not going. to Shaq's in my 10. I don't got him in my 5 because I think my other 5 are better. I can't say nothing. Only thing you can say
But
about Shaq is he had a really big weakness. If you fouled him, you were guaranteed to get the ball back and not give up any points usually.
I feel like all had weakness.
But that's a weakness where that's a strong weakness. Because like I said, you could foul him and know, okay, we foul him, we get the ball back and didn't give him any points.
But I feel like
9
in
times out of
Shaq's
10.
career though, in big games, Shaq hit free throws.
He hit some. I ain't gonna act like he was just breaking every shot. But when you got guys fouling you on purpose, that's a little different.
And I don't feel like other
That's the
centers.
only
I don't feel like other centers dealt with as much competition at the center position overall as Shaq did either.
That's a fair point. I can't disagree with that. They were rougher back then.
Yeah.
They played more in the paint back then. It they boxed out better. I agree with all that. I agree with all. I can't nod that. Like I said, I'm not discrediting Shaq. If I just had to pick reasons why he's not in my top 5, that's it. That's all I'm saying.
What center would you have over Shaq?
I would have Kareem. Absolutely. There's no way you can't have Kareem over Shaq.
Why?
Kareem is Kareem,
Because he scored more points.
no, I'm not even a scorer. I
Right.
wouldn't even want to say that part. Third in blocks all time,
Mm-hmm.
huge. Third in rebounds all time. That's part of defense, getting the
Right.
defensive board,
Yeah.
huge. Second in points, yes. He is probably the only player in history that has an unguardable shot.
Yeah. I feel like
You
Kareem played in a great era that was fit for him to
I
dominate.
would agree. He had a great era and didn't have much competition in his position.
I agree to that, and I
I
feel like that
understand that,
matters.
but you can't take that away from him. That's not his fault.
You can't take it away because,
That's not
like
his
you
fault.
said, his numbers give him
You know,
high praise.
yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. That's why, and I definitely didn't see Wilt, and there's not much film on him.
I would love to see
But
Kareem and Wilt in today's game.
yeah, see, but people would say you can't put Wilt top 5 because he didn't play competition. Very true, but why you can't take that away from him? That's not his fault. He dealt the cards given to him. He dominated the cards dealt to him.
Well,
I mean, that's why he should be
I feel
6,
like
7.
I feel like my list dealt with like high competition throughout.
You looking at different stuff than me. You
I'm
ain't
looking
looking
at
at skill.
I'm
You
looking
looking
at
at if did they have
no
heart? Did they
no
bite people? You
I'm
looking at
basing
crazy
it off
stuff.
of what I've seen with my eyes and what I like in basketball players.
I mean, if I was off to see with my eyes, then Will ain't there, Larry ain't there, and Magic ain't there. But I mean, I got I
I
got
give you mad
YouTube.
respect for respecting the history of the
You got
game
to
and all that.
just
But
because somebody else is doing it now, don't mean the person that did it before ain't still better.
yeah, yeah,
You know, I mean that
those guys paid the way for the game
paved the
today,
way. Absolutely,
and I give them
absolutely.
credit for
I
that.
can't.
But
I mean,
the
you got
way that
guys my age that are saying, KD top 5, Curry top 5, and you can't. I don't think there is a Curry without a Magic. If that makes
I
sense.
don't think their career is to the point where you can put them up there right now. No,
No, these
but
guys did it for a long time.
they did.
They did it for a long time. So yeah, I told you I got Kareem in there. I told you why I got Kareem in there. I mean he was consistent his entire career basically.
He was.
To an extent. Only knock I'll give Kareem is he got. Well, I can't give him. That's not really a knock. He won with 6 rings, right? 6 rings.
Yeah,
And if
five
you
or
look at
six.
his
Yeah,
rings, they're all like years apart. He did
yeah,
it.
he did.
Like
He
he did
spaced
it.
them
He
out.
won a ring his second, third year in the league. Then won again his 7th year. Then
Yeah,
like his 12th,
yeah.
13th.
Surround himself with a real good
So
team.
that's why I got him there because he did it his entire career.
I
Not
respect
like
that.
not like MJ. He got old and it was done. But anyway. So
I'm not gonna get
but
into that with
just
you.
saying, I just saying. Did I tell you Wilt or Larry? I couldn't decide between Wilt or Larry. Um,
Larry who?
Bird.
Uh,
What Larry is there? Larry
I,
Johnson? What?
I,
Ain't nobody talking about no Larry
I,
Johnson.
I, I ain't know.
I ain't know, not Larry Johnson.
Yeah.
Bird. He didn't last long. He played like 12, 13 years. It's like MJ, I guess. But Bird got really weak at the end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
His prime didn't last long. If you look at his numbers and stuff, and all the film you see on Larry
Mm-hmm.
is young Larry. You don't see any
Leon,
film on 30-year-old Larry. Not
well,
not much.
that's why I told you a long time ago. I had my boy over him, but we'll talk about that later.
And so,
that
but I will give him the fact that Larry was the only player to have a dominant game with his opposite hand.
was nice.
That's incredible to
That was
me.
nice.
He was the first point forward. You know what I mean? He was the
In a
first.
sense.
He was the first forward that
Now
could
you
play the one that
you
could
gotta
guard a
really,
five.
you gotta really say that was really magic to me, man.
You consider Magic a forward?
Magic, how tall was Magic?
He was 6'7", 6'8". Yeah.
Back then, he would have matched up. Really, he was a four, man. 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah. In today's game, he'd be like the four right now.
You're
He'd be
right.
like a Draymond or something. So I understand where you're coming from that. I understand where you're coming from that. Who else you got? I got two more I ain't named, but you know who they are. I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. I'll go ahead and say we can agree on LeBron.
yeah.
I
Thank
got
you.
LeBron. I got
I
LeBron.
got kind of worried right there. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
But
mean, you got to get an all-time scoring leader a little credit.
got
You know what I
to. I
mean?
mean, that's
Four-time MVP. You know what I mean? You got to give
that's
him
like
credit.
12th on the list of great things he's done. But yeah, that's
18,
one
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
6 all-time, all defensive, 6 time,
Mm-hmm.
20 years,
Great.
in 20,
Great.
20 years. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I said a guy a while ago, though, 14 years, 9 of them.
I
It's a
mean, yeah,
difference.
but
It's a
back then
difference.
defense was played a little differently.
Then I got another guy,
Um,
20-year career, had 12.
yeah,
So,
okay,
but
but hold on. Maybe LeBron, maybe just think about it this way. Maybe he was being a little smart and conservative himself to have a long career like he's had and the success and able to get number one all time points versus dang, I'm gonna play all these 82 games and I'm gonna bust some heads open and get this Defensive Player of the Year award. I'm only play 12 seasons.
I respect the second one a lot better, in my
That's
opinion.
fine.
But
That's
that's
fine. We
me.
can agree to disagree on that one. We can agree to disagree on
I
that.
respect it.
I'd rather
Yeah,
play smart and play
go,
multiple years,
no,
get
I res,
multiple amounts of money.
I respect the guy that won't playing for the money because it wasn't about money to those
Well, LeBron
guys.
ain't playing for the money,
Huh? You just
but he
said
but, but if he knows it's out there, he's gonna get it. I mean,
you
who
just
ain't?
said you getting the
What
money
human
off
being?
endorsements alone, movie
Yeah,
roles, all
but
that other stuff.
Who ain't?
Man,
Who
all
ain't?
right.
I will give MJ the head over LeBron for acting. MJ's got that, but
Oh
I
yeah,
mean
you
that's
got
about
that for
it.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
about it.
along with
Well,
other
if
things.
you want to have this MJ and LeBron debate, we can have this right now.
What you gonna say?
Now,
LeBron
what
built
am
the
I going to
school?
say?
What you gonna
Okay,
say? LeBron
what
built
am
the
I going to
school?
say?
No,
So,
let's finish up this.
okay,
Let's finish this
Spencer,
up.
go ahead, go
Cause
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
who you got? Who you got next?
I told you, LeBron, MJ, Kareem, Magic, Larry or Wilt, depending on
Make
which way I'm feeling that
right
day.
now, Larry Will.
Wilt,
Will. Okay. We
but
gonna lock.
based off of numbers that I've seen, obviously I never saw Wilt play,
All
and
right.
there's no film out there on him. But to score 60 points 61 times, that's kind of that'll never be
100.
done ever again. That'll never be done ever again. Like he averaged 30 and 22. You could go play against some 15-year-olds right now and not get that. Like he was still playing against grown men. Let's not forget that. Like he was still playing real people. So
Yeah.
that's why I give him that.
Okay. Well. My fifth point guard, 107 triple doubles, 10
That's
time
a lot.
All Star.
That's a lot.
Yeah, number two all time in assists, number two all time in steals, top 15 in career 3 points made, 5 time assist champ. I'm going with Jason Kidd.
That see now you just did that to throw everything off
You think I
because
threw everything off?
you just did that to throw everything off to make
Uh-uh.
everybody go crazy.
No,
You played the Skip Bayless role right there
no.
because guess what?
That
Because no listen to
it's
this
so
because I
legit.
wasn't ready for that and I have no ammo for that at all.
It's
I,
so
I
legit.
won't I won't.
It's so
But
legit.
what you said is good. Top five though.
It's so legit, man.
If you don't play for
When
the
when
Mavs, you
when I
still
say
saying
we
that.
talking Mount Rushmore, I feel like he got to go up there for P.
Wow. Okay. So did you have Kareem in there?
I did.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on.
I
Hold
feel
on. Hold
I,
on.
I
Hold
feel
on.
like
Hold
Jason Kidd game mattered
on.
more than Kareem.
He did what now? Say that again.
He redefined the role of the point guard that you were talking about. Magic created. He
Ah,
redefined it. 107 triple doubles.
how many MVPs he got?
One.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you.
9 time all defensive team too, by the way. 9. Number 2 in steals.
Let me think for a second. 'Cause I don't ready for him. I don't see how you can put him over the guy that's second all time in points. That was unguardable. Kareem was unguardable.
In an
There's no.
era that I didn't see or wasn't
Okay,
there
so
to
you went off what
understand.
you seen. Okay, I
Yeah,
see where you're coming from now.
yeah.
I can't argue. You went off what you seen. Cool. Numbers don't lie. The numbers are there. You can
What
go
I
on
like,
YouTube,
what I
watch
respect.
a Kareem game, and see if anybody can guard him, and let me know what you find. You
Huh?
can guard Jason Kidd. He about my
People,
height. You can
people
guard
want,
Jason Kidd.
weren't guarding him.
You can guard Jason Kidd.
They,
I mean, don't get. I mean, you
Dallas
taking
Mavericks,
him over,
Dallas
huh?
Mavericks, Jason Kidd. Yeah, Hmm. He wasn't a
Why are
scorer.
you? You
He
got
was a pure point guard, man.
you got so
Pure.
many other point guards to choose from, bro.
Like who?
So okay, you're taking Kidd over
Jason
Curry.
Kidd. I'm taking Kidd.
Over Curry.
Yes, I am. Yes, I
I'm gonna
am.
let the comments do this one. I'm
Look
not
at
gonna say nothing.
look
I'm
at the
gonna let the comments do this one.
look at the longevity of Kidd career and his numbers and the teams that he took to the finals. He didn't win multiple.
Whoa. You
He
how
don't.
many
He
years
don't.
did he play?
He don't got multiple rings. He
How many
don't
years did
got
he play?
multiple. Around what? 12, 13, maybe more than that.
Okay.
Maybe more
So
than that.
he don't got multiple rings, so rings isn't
No,
everything in the top five. Cool. I'm
no,
glad we
no.
discussed that.
Right?
We'll come
Yeah.
back to that later. I'm glad you said that. Cool. Come back to
Right.
that later.
Because yeah,
Rings
if
ain't
that's the case,
everything. Cool.
Robert Ory would have been in the top five.
Rings are a team thing, correct?
I agree.
You can't win without a team.
I agree
Okay,
with
cool.
that.
Okay.
Everybody say that.
I'm not gonna knock it, Jason. I just know that there's nobody. If you put everybody in the draft pool right now, there's not a single owner or coach that's picking Jason Kidd over Curry. Not a single one. Curry recreated the league, like you said, Jason Kidd did.
Right.
Recreated it.
I
Recreated the
disagree.
whole 3 point. The reason you're seeing 50 3-pointers a game now is because of Curry. Okay,
Uh-huh.
facts. Curry can pass. Handles are way better than Jason Kidd's.
It wasn't
Way
about the
better.
handles.
It's about creating a shot for your team. That's part of handling. That's part of playmaking.
Yeah, being number two
I'd
in
rather
all
have
time
Oscar.
in assists. Yeah.
I'd rather have
And
Oscar. I mean, I ain't seen much of Oscar. I'd rather have Oscar, but what I know, I'd rather have Steve Nash.
not me. Why? Because he got
Steve
two
Nash.
MVP.
No, because he didn't deserve
Yeah.
one of them.
He
But
he ain't got no ring, dude.
no.
He
But
ain't
you
got
just said
no
that
ring.
about Ring. What
Yeah, but
the
I'm
heck?
just
You just
saying
said.
what
You just said.
he didn't bring a team to nothing. And was the
You know
man,
what?
a 2 time MVP, and then bring his
Yeah.
team to
Yeah.
nothing.
Steve Nash is arguable. You can argue that.
You can
I'm
argue it.
not picking Jason Kidd over Isaiah Thomas.
Which one?
Bad boy pissing Isaiah Thomas.
That's debatable, and I feel like
Thank you.
that's fair and that's debatable.
Thank you.
But
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
sticking with Jason Kidd.
That there's not a single. If you told everybody that watches the NBA, if you got if you got 100 people that watch the NBA
So you don't
every
think there's no
weekend,
guys in the
well,
league?
I'm not done. I'm trying to. There's not a single person. If we do a poll right now, I would bet you
So,
$100. There's not 100 people that would put Jesse King in top 5.
so,
You the
so
only
no,
one.
nobody
You the
respect
only
Jason
one.
Kidd.
You can
When we,
respect them, but you got Kareem, Wilt, Larry,
yeah,
Oscar.
I
You
didn't
got
see
all
none
these
of that.
people,
I didn't
bro.
see it, bro. I didn't see it.
So you go off what you've seen.
What I seen,
Okay.
what I
Well, we got
like,
different lists. We
what
got
I
different lists
respect.
then. We
Yeah,
got different lists. Okay.
yeah. I
Our
didn't
lists are
have,
based off of different.
I didn't have
I
black and
understand that.
white.
I
I didn't have
understand that.
floor
I
model
understand.
TV
But
and
you
black
can
and
go
white.
search it though. You can
I
go
don't,
look it up,
I don't
like
care
I
that.
have.
Man, do you know how much history I can go look up? It's more
But
than just sports.
to get the
I,
right people in the right 5, you need
I,
to do that.
no, in my opinion, what's this show called?
Opinionated Dan.
Right.
That
This is
that's
my
definitely
opinion.
opinionated.
This
That's
is my
definitely
opinion.
opinionated.
Somebody,
That's a, put
somebody in the
all
world would agree.
capital letters in that
Yeah,
opinionated Dan.
yeah,
All capital
absolutely.
letters. That's
Yeah,
wow.
Mount
Okay.
Rushmore talk.
Now let me tell. Can I tell you why LeBron is number 1 all time? Can
Why?
I just do that? Where do you have him at? First of all,
In the
he's
top
in your
five.
5. You got him 4 or 5 probably, right?
In between 3 to 5.
I just know you got MJ over him and you got Kobe over him. Correct.
Not gonna disagree.
That's
Not gonna
crazy.
disagree.
That's crazy. Okay. Now, what is it about LeBron that you can knock on?
Mhm. Like you just said, the not playing the full seasons and resting your body and load management and all
Okay,
that.
but while
You,
he's done it, he's still being very successful.
you will be successful in this
I'm talking about
style.
in okay. So hear me out. So do you say LeBron is a pass first guy?
Not now, but he has been. Yeah,
Most of his career has been pass first, right?
yeah.
Pass first. Okay, break it down for you. He's number 1 all time in buzzer beater shots in the playoffs. Number
Okay.
1. Look it up with 5 of them. Okay, and clutch points. Clutch points by clutch points. I mean, and I took a long time to dive into this, figure this out. So give me a little bit of respect. And clutch points by clutch points, I mean 5 minutes or less in the fourth quarter or overtime when the
Mhm.
game is a 5-point differential.
Right.
Okay, 5 minutes or less, fourth or overtime when the game is decided by 5 points.
Mhm.
LeBron is number 1 in points scored in that time in history. So to say he isn't clutch and he's pass first is insane. Insane. He has 2,600 points scored in that moment.
Okay.
Kobe is second with 2,000.
Mhm.
So I give him that. But LeBron's number 1 in that category. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. He is. There's only 5 players in history to the top 5 scoring averages. LeBron is in that top 5, but he's
Okay.
passed first. By what I've been told. I ain't saying you tell me that. I'm saying people told me that. I got one more for you.
What's that?
Playoffs. MJ's win percentage of playoffs is 66%.
Mhm.
Okay?
Right.
LeBron's is 65. I'm going to stay back on that one.
Right.
But I was told
Hold on
that
now.
LeBron don't show up in the playoffs.
So
I was
this is,
told because he
but
don't
hold
have these
on.
rings
But so
that he
this is
ain't.
where you remember how I've been telling you all day long that numbers
Uh-huh.
can be deceiving. See how you go from comparing a
You
20-year career to a 14-year career. The
okay?
numbers are
Even
gonna
better.
be they're gonna be
Even better.
significantly different.
No, he
It's
has
going
more time to. He has more
it's
time to fail with more years played.
no. You're
Yes, he
looking at
does.
you look
Yes, he
no
does. He has
nah.
more time to fail, more years. I ain't done yet.
You're
Your
looking
boy
at that
Kobe,
wrong.
61%.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a minute. I'll have to let him know. 61%.
Numbers are everything
That's
to you.
correct. But you can't change that number.
It's
You
not in
can't
the
change
number.
that number.
You
Okay.
know what I like about Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant?
What you like about Michael Jordan Kobe?
When it's
Huh?
5 seconds, last possession on the clock, everybody know who's gonna get it, and it's up to you to stop it. And a majority of the time, you couldn't stop it. That's what made those guys. The heart.
You couldn't stop LeBron.
When most of the time you didn't think
There's
LeBron was gonna shoot
more.
it.
There's more. Dre, you know basketball. You're better at
I
basketball than I
do,
ever will be.
right?
You know basketball more than me.
I
So
like
you
it.
should know this. You should know this. There's more to the last seconds, last minute of the game than just scoring the ball. There's more
Yeah,
to it than
yeah.
that.
We seen Jordan kick out the Paxson.
There's more to it than that.
We seen Kobe throw the lob to Shaq. You know what I mean? In
Hmm.
those big moments. But you
Yeah.
also seen them in the moments when, hey, I need to put this team on my back, and
And
I'm
I
gonna
just
do
gave
it.
you the
And
numbers
you's
for
gonna
that. I
do it.
just told you
You's gonna do
2,600
it.
points in clutch time. Nobody
It's,
has more.
I give him
I
credit
just
for that.
told you that.
He gets credit for that. But LeBron can
Thank
be
you.
he can
I
be
give him credit
he can be
for it.
your goat, but he's not my goat.
Well, let me give one because you think I know you think
I never seen Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant back down from challenges. I seen them face them head on.
what channel LeBron back down from? Hold on a
So
minute.
so I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan.
What? Mm-hmm.
Jason Terry is how tall? 6'4", 6'5".
6'1". I thought he was 6'1".
Wow, look at there. That's
I thought it
even
was
worse,
six
right?
one. Yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah,
had
the
the
one that got dunked on by LeBron. Okay, that
yeah,
one. Okay, yeah,
when
yeah.
he was probably 37, 38 years old at that point in
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but once again, how tall is LeBron?
6'8".
He should dunk on him, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
not everybody,
But
but yeah, I
anyway,
mean,
but
yeah.
Jason Terry shouldn't tattoo the trophy on his arm before the final
Oh man.
start, should it, right? Right? And I also say that LeBron James cannot guard me in a 7 game series and then go out there and prove it to the world that he couldn't guard him in a 7 game series, correct?
I,
Name a time somebody disrespected Kobe
let me
Bryant
ask.
or Michael
Let me
Jordan in
ask.
that.
Let me ask this question: Did LeBron back down from the challenge? Or he just not
He
play
gave
well?
up. He gave up. If you look at the tape, if you look,
He just didn't play well.
you said they show old tapes and stuff, right? Go back and look at the tapes and look at his mannerisms
Um.
and how he walked on the court and the shots that he passed up.
Well, LeBron's always had it harder than MJ and Kobe had.
Man,
Always. He's always played.
you say that why?
He's
You
played
say
tougher
they had it
competition.
harder.
Yeah, LeBron's played tougher competition. So sometimes he ain't going to succeed like MJ had. MJ has played in his time. Again, he's been in the finals 6 times, right?
Hmm
6 times. MJ has played against 9 Hall of Famers. 6 times, 9 Hall of Famers. You know how many?
Speaking of speaking of
Whoa, whoa,
Hall of
whoa, whoa.
Famers, hold on. Since you're gonna say Hall of Famers, how many Hall of Famers has LeBron James played with on his teams?
Let me give you how many he's played against.
Nine.
26.
Nine.
26.
But he's had nine on his team.
20, but he's played against.
He's
Are you
played
hearing
with
me? He's
yeah.
played against 26. That's 2 basketball teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 full basketball teams right there.
26. Right. But
That's a lot.
he played with
That's a
nine.
lot. That's a lot. And still managed to win
Do
4 rings
do you
out
know
of
how
those
many
10
Hall of
times.
Famers Michael Jordan played? Four. And do you know who they
I
count
know.
as a Hall
I
of Famer?
know.
Hold on.
I,
Do you know who they count as a Hall of Famer for him? Robert
who?
Parrish.
Mm-hmm.
When did Michael Jordan play with a
Don't,
relevant?
di- don't, dis- don't
When did he
disrespect
play with a
Robert.
relevant Robert Parrish?
Don't disrespect Robert. Don't disrespect Robert. Robert was like
He
that.
Tony
He,
Kukoc is a
he,
Hall of
he is
Famer that they
Celtic.
consider
He
he
is
played with.
Celtic. So calm it down. He is Celtic. So calm it down.
No, no,
Hold on.
no.
Well, since you want to talk about Hall of Famers he's played with, you know how many games MJ has won in the playoffs without Pippen?
How many?
One.
How many did
One. LeBron has one. Oh, I got it for you. You ain't got to
But
go
see, that's
far.
on one
Sit right
team, right?
there. Sit right there. I
That's
got
on
it for
one
you. I
team.
got it. I got it. Sit right there. I got it. Sit right there.
That's
I got
on
it.
one team.
LeBron has won 100 plus without AD.
Mm-hmm.
Won 100 plus without Kyrie.
100
Won
plus
100
what?
plus
Hundred
without
plus
Wade.
what? 100 plus
Games
what?
in the playoffs.
It,
Look it
in
up.
in LA, how many did he play without AD? It
What you,
won 100 or something like you just said. It
no,
definitely was.
but I'm saying he's won
No,
he's won over
no,
300
no,
playoff games,
no.
and in 100 of those he didn't have one of the other always. He's won 100 without it.
If he didn't have Wade, he had Bosh,
Okay, man.
and
Cool.
vice versa. Then
Cool.
Hall of Fame.
Cool, Bosh.
So
Cool.
so Bosh didn't matter on those Miami
No,
teams.
not Bosh.
See,
Respect
discredit,
Bosh.
discredit,
Respect the
discredit.
Bosh. Respect the Bosh.
When they
Respect the
signed
Bosh.
Bosh, did LeBron James not say
Okay.
not one, not two, not
Let me
three,
ask you.
but
Let me
four
ask. Let me ask.
championships?
Let me ask you: Is Kobe or MJ in the top 10 in all these categories? Assists, steals, blocks, points, rebounds. All of them.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
LeBron is top 10 in all of them and number one in most. Okay, cool. We'll go into that one. What else? I
Yeah.
got you want more or you want me to be done?
So, so,
Cause I got more.
so, to you, LeBron is the best just based on them
The GOAT,
alone.
the GOAT. And
So why, so
you
why
can't
y'all
say
won't
he
call,
had
hold
good
on.
teammates.
So why y'all won't call him Kareem the GOAT for so long then when he had the record for over 32
Cause
years?
that's one record. I told you that one little record MJ got. Braun got with the scoring
don't,
title. That's
don't they
like
got,
12th on his list.
don't they got like the same amount of championships?
That's like 12 on his list.
How, like the same amount of
No, Kareem's
MVP?
got more championships.
Well, they got like the same amount of MVP.
First of all,
Like,
I got Kareem third on my list. So I don't know what you're talking about.
well, but it's
Third,
debatable.
he's third on my list.
I got LeBron up here, but he's not my GOAT.
But I got one more thing because you said something about like who they played with. You
Mm-hmm.
said something about who they played with.
Right.
Like LeBron's been playing with these good players this whole time. Okay, I've already said this to you, but I ain't said it to the people. So get ready for it again.
Oh, I'm ready
When
for this.
LeBron left the Cavaliers the first time,
Right.
they went 19-63 and were the 15th seed in the East. How many seeds are in the East?
I mean,
15. Okay, cool. So when MJ left the Bulls,
right,
they still went 55-27 with the third seed in the East.
wow, that's nice.
I mean, but
nice.
MJ didn't have this help, right? He was the team, but Braun had all this help. Matthew Dellavedova was the GOAT. That's what I'm hearing.
Did they win without him?
No.
Oh.
They won 55 games. Yes, let me tell you that. Yes, they won 55 games.
Did they?
While Bron's team won 19, sure.
Could
they did win without
could they seal the deal without
they
the
did win
deal
without
silver? Could they seal the deal without the deal silver?
The finals is a team accomplishment.
Right.
You need that one player, which Bron and MJ were. Not discrediting them for that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying people can't keep saying Bron had this help, had this help. It took MJ 7 years to get to the playoffs. It took Bron 3.
Like they say,
it's a lie.
Ain't no I in team, but it's an M-E in that. You know the rest. You know what I mean?
Kobe said that. Kobe said, and that's why his turnover ratio is 1.7 because he said stuff like that.
And that's why that stood for Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
No, that's why
stood for the
turnover ratio 1.7. You Google a Kobe Bryant controller right now. There ain't no pass button on. Sometimes
I wouldn't
getting
have
your
passed for
teammates
them LA
involved.
teams either.
Sometimes getting your teammates involved is a smarter play. I don't care if you are. I don't care if you're Jesus Christ, bro. If you got a triple team and you got a player open, you better pass it to the open player. That's a smart play.
If you average almost 5 assists a game for your career, then you passing the ball, bro.
Yeah, but then you got these turnovers. I mean, 5 assists.
What's the difference really between? What's the difference really between 5 and 7.5? What's the difference between 5 and 7.5? It's not that big of a difference, bro.
Well, when you look at it, it is.
It's not. It's really not.
Look at it, it is.
Look at
it, it is.
Yeah.
We like it is. I don't know how many double-doubles Kobe has with assists, but it's not that many.
Do you know how many players that LeBron played with his whole career compared to someone like Michael Jordan? Michael Jordan only played with like 106. I think I saw it earlier. LeBron had like over 220, 240 different players.
Players that did what?
That he played with his whole career, jumping from team to team to team to team to team.
So you want him to stay? So what you telling me is he should have stayed with that 1963 Cavs team? Is what you telling me?
You know what? 2 of my guys on my list stayed on their team their whole career.
That don't mean nothing.
I respect that.
I don't respect that.
I don't respect that. You handled the ups and the downs, and you didn't call people and say, "Hey, I'm going to come to you. You're going to come to me if you want to play with me."
Let me ask you.
You coming to me, you want to play.
We at 39 minutes, but I got some more to say. So if you want to listen up. So hear me out, bro.
What you got? More numbers?
If you no. This is off the dome.
Let's go.
If you say you at work, right, and your co-workers are performing like a 1963 team, are you not going to go somewhere that's going to give you some freaking help and appreciate you a little bit? Or you want to tough it out because I'm the best one here? Let me tough it out real quick. Well, I can't accomplish nothing and get no raises and nothing like that. What you going to do?
Yeah, because that's me.
No, you lying. You
No,
lying.
bro,
No, you lying. No, you
bro,
not, bro.
don't bring
Bro,
our job up because we can talk about that later on. Like, yeah,
bro.
you'll get my point later on. I can't.
Bro, listen,
You'll get my point later on.
listen. So, no, I'm just talking about in general.
Right.
So you telling me he's supposed to stay with his 19 and 63 team? He's supposed to stay through that?
I respect it. I respect it personally. I do. Did
The
Michael
goal is
Jordan
to
do it?
win.
Did
The
Michael
goal is
Jordan
to
do it?
win. I don't see a winning team going 9. He didn't have
But
to. He didn't have to go through that because
don't
when he left,
Michael
his
Jordan
team
got
won
more
55
rings than
games.
him staying on that one team.
But when he left, his team won
Shaq,
55 games, so he didn't have to go through that.
Kobe Bryant got the same amount of well, still one more ring than him with the same amount of with one team, bro. Staying on one team.
I don't. You're not hearing me, man. You're
I
not
hear
hearing
you,
me.
but
You're
you
not.
missing
You're
what
not.
I'm
You're not
saying.
hearing me. You're not hearing
Respect the ups and the downs.
me. Mm.
I
You're
respect. You
not
know
hearing me.
why I respect KG for going to y'all
Why?
because he waited till he was pretty much past his prime to go to y'all. You agree to that?
We had a
Y'all didn't have prime KG,
that
and
first year or two. That
and
first year or two, he was solid.
he went on
He
a
was
team
solid.
with two old guys. That was pretty much old Paul Pierce,
He
old Ray
They were
Allen.
older. They were
Yeah,
older. They
I
don't like
I
they didn't still hoop out.
I
They ball.
respected it. I
They
respected it.
ball.
I respected it.
Don't bring up my championship team, man. Don't do that.
I
I'm
respected
heated
it.
about my boy Brown right now. I feel like I get some good points. I mean, whatever. I mean, MJ won one game without Pippen and he's in the playoffs, but we're just gonna forget about that and talk about who LeBron's played with and hasn't played with. We're just
Shout out to
gonna
Pippen for staying healthy. Shout
cool.
out to
LeBron
MJ
ain't
for
had healthy
staying healthy.
teammates.
That's not his.
Thank you for that. I
That
forgot about that.
that ain't their
LeBron
fault.
faced the 30 the
Michael Jordan missed
73.
a whole year with a foot injury.
LeBron faced no.
Michael Jordan
LeBron
missed.
faced the 73-9 Warriors team, best record of all time, without Kyrie and Love, and still took them 6 games.
That's just
If
taking
they're
it.
so talking about staying healthy, LeBron can't help his teammates stay healthy. If Kyrie and Love play, they win that series. You
That
best believe that.
no, I can't say that. I'm not gonna
So
say
he took
that.
them 6 games
I'm
without.
not gonna say that.
6 games
Now,
without.
now Kevin Love is guaranteed to win a championship. But while
I mean,
ago,
he's another 15. Kyrie's another 23
oh
points.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I was trying to tell you earlier about Kyrie
No,
being
no
very
disrespect to
important to
Kyrie.
that team. Yeah,
I understand that. I
that's why I was
understand that.
trying to tell you. But now you want to use it as your point.
The people see my point, man. I'm getting hungry, man.
Bias.
I'm getting hungry. Now it's facts. It's facts. I'm getting hungry. You got anything else to say before we get off for this
I
jump?
just want to tell you I appreciate y'all watching, man. Hit that like
Absolutely.
button, subscribe.
Absolutely. It's all fun and games. We can argue like this, but we
Mhm.
we don't feel no different about each other. And that,
No,
other than I don't think he's out here anymore. But other than
yeah,
that,
you definitely a little crazy, but
I mean the kid when I need to go give you an SAT quiz and make you take that real quick after this
that's
kid. Cause
respectable.
that ain't
That's respectable.
whatever. Whatever. I appreciate y'all watching. The views have been
Definitely.
low, but the ones that do watch, we thank you, and it's all for fun. Please, if you ever go comment on an episode, this is the one. I need to know what y'all think about what we said.
Right.
I don't know if you can hear me because I was yelling so loud, but screw it, whatever,
Yeah. We
whatever.
lit. We lit
Yeah,
today.
it's fun though. I enjoy. Until next time, we appreciate y'all.